at the Euros, but as always on daily basis here on Playback, I wanted to keep you posted on the transfer market. Many things to discuss as every single day. So we have to touch on some updates, on some points. The here we go of the evening so far is about Borussia Dortmund, because Borussia Dortmund have completed an important signing, and is Waldemar Anton, the centre-back of the German national team, who is joining Borussia Dortmund from Stuttgart. They paid the release clause, 22 million euros, 4-year contract to the player, exclusive news confirmed. So Waldemar Anton goes to Borussia Dortmund from Stuttgart, and it's a really important point because the player was in the list of Bayer Leverkusen, an important Premier League club, also requested for the possibility to go for Anton in the recent days, but at the end the player decided to stay in Bundesliga to play for Borussia Dortmund under Nuri Sahin. Borussia Dortmund will not sign anymore Ian Madsen, who is going to Aston Villa. Very positive talks, even today, yesterday, between Madsen and Aston Villa on the project. The idea of Unai Emery, agreement Chelsea Villa 37.5 million pounds for Ian Madsen. Personal terms almost there. Final details being clarified, and then Ian Madsen will join Aston Villa. Borussia Dortmund as new left back want Ferdi Kadioglu. The manager, Nuri Sahin, is asking for him to be the new left back of Borussia Dortmund. So work in progress on that one. Then, guys, I see many Italian fans, and we are working also with Matteo and with all the other guys to maybe give you an Italian stream in the next hours, tonight or tomorrow. We will update you on many things about the Italian stories, about Napoli, Milan, Inter, Juve, many other things. About Juventus and Aston Villa, today, guys, very good progress between Juve and Villa on the swap deal with Douglas Luiz going to Juventus. We have no doubts about that because Douglas Luiz already has an agreement with Juve since last week. Douglas Luiz wants to go to Juventus. Juve new manager Thiago Motta is really pushing to have Douglas Luiz, so this deal is advancing very fast. We are at the final stages now. The final part is the agreement between Enzo Barrenechea and Aston Villa, but everything is going well. Enzo Barrenechea will be part of the deal, joining Aston Villa, and Samuel Eling Jr. will remain in the deal, joining Aston Villa. Then, who is not entering into the deal anymore is Weston McKennie, who at the moment is not part of the negotiation. So, Douglas Luiz to Juventus, Aston Villa sign Eling Jr. and Enzo Barrenechea, plus a fee around 25-30 million euros. They are clarifying the details, and then here we go will come for this deal. Then I also wanted to clarify, guys, something on Chelsea and the centre-back they are monitoring for the future in this case. They already signed Tosin Adarabioyo, obviously on a free. It was an exclusive news we broke the day before the Champions League final. Now we can confirm that Chelsea are working, as per reports in Argentina, on Anselmino, this centre-back from Boca Juniors, born in 2005. The player is also in the list of a club in Spain and a club in Italy. Some English clubs sent their scouts in the recent months to follow Anselmino, but never making any formal proposal. Chelsea are really concrete on this one. Chelsea believe that Anselmino is a very talented player. He has a release clause, $25 million, but Chelsea idea is to negotiate with Boca Junior to try to find a way and find a good way to make the deal happen for Aaron Anselmino to join Chelsea. And so negotiations ongoing. Chelsea have started talks for Anselmino on both player side and club side. They believe it's a very interesting and good opportunity for the future, and so we have to add Anselmino in the list of transfer targets for Chelsea. Yesterday I told you that Chelsea were having some conversations around this possibility, this deal. Now we can confirm once again that Anselmino has made the short list for present and especially future. Obviously he's very young, he doesn't have any European experience, but Chelsea believe that could be a smart deal for the idea they have for present and future. I keep seeing many questions from you guys on Palhinha, on Joshua Zirkzee, and also on Olise. So let me start saying that for Olise, at the moment, still the same situation. Chelsea working on it, but still waiting for the player to make a decision. So today, while I'm talking here live with you on Playback, and remember, guys, to download the app to be part of the family, send your questions. You can sign up. Everything is for free. And as many other guys are doing today, you can send in your questions. So for Olise, at the moment, still nothing has changed. Negotiation ongoing. Let me tell you guys, it's just kind of feeling, opinion. be patient, because it's never that easy to close this kind of deals. It's not a normal deal, Luiz. When you have this kind of strange release clause, complicated release clause, many clubs interested in the player, the club itself, Crystal Palace, trying to keep the player at the club, is never that easy. So Chelsea are on it, but before saying it's a done deal, we, in terms of people who are looking at these stories, have to remember that in these cases it's important to be patient, to see what happens with Palace, with Chelsea, and with all the parties involved. So I will keep you posted on Olise, don't worry. Then on Xavi Simons, guys, and on Palhinha, these are two topics I wanted to touch about. On Xavi Simons, I don't want to say too much now because he's going to play football in almost 30 minutes. So I think reporting on players the same day they are going to play, unless it's something super big and super imminent, is not so nice. So I'm not going to say anything big. What I can confirm on Xavi Simons is that the feeling I always share with you since April is still the same, that Xavi Simons will leave Paris Saint-Germain this summer. He's returning from Red Bull Leipzig loan, but the expectation is still for Xavi Simons to leave this summer on loan. This is the feeling I have. Loan deal for Xavi Simons leaving Paris Saint-Germain. Then I will keep you posted on the details of this story in the next days, because we have more to say on Xavi Simons, but the feeling around him is still for Xavi Simons to leave on a loan. I can guarantee to you that what I'm told even today is that Xavi Simons wants to focus on the Euros, and Xavi Simons is not making any decision today, yesterday, tomorrow, because he wants to focus on the Euros. Then he will decide his future after this story and after this competition. So that's it on Xavi Simons. On Joao Palhinha, the negotiation between Bayern and Fulham is still ongoing. The two clubs are in direct contact. Bayern will not pay crazy money. So let me clarify once again that Bayern are involved in this negotiation, working on a deal for Palhinha. But before saying that Palhinha is going to Bayern, we have to wait for the club-to-club agreement. The agreement with the player is done. The player wants to go to Bayern, but now really depends on Fulham. So negotiations ongoing for Joao Palhinha to Bayern. Guys, on Zirkzee, what I'm told is that as of today, Manchester United, I saw some update today in England, but as of today, Manchester United have still not contacted Bologna to tell them, okay, we are paying the release clause, and that's a really important part of the story. Let's see when and if Manchester United will call Bologna to tell them that they want to pay the clause. This is something that Milan already did weeks ago. Let's see if Man United will decide to do the same. The interest is there. Man United are taking information on Zirkzee, already took information on Zirkzee last week, so they know everything about the deal. But before saying that Man United are going for Zirkzee, we have to wait for them to call Bologna and inform Bologna about their decision, and also then to speak again to the agents of the player. So we are not yet at the advanced stages of this deal for Zirkzee to Man United, and we still have AC Milan there. So that's the story, waiting to see what happens around Zirkzee between Milan and the agents of the player, and also between Manchester United and Bologna and Zirkzee, because at the moment, interest, yes, but before saying that we are at advanced stages, we are not there yet. Then, guys, in these final 2-3 minutes we have together, I wanted to tell you also something on Nico Williams, because yesterday night we did a nice show here on Playback, also with Matteo Moretto. We clarified that the release clause into the contract of Nico Williams is not 50, it's not 55, it's 58 million euros. This is the value of the release clause into his new contract with Athletic. Athletic president spoke yesterday and said they are not worried. They keep believing that Nico Williams is happy at Athletic, but obviously when you have a release clause, the situation is always quite dangerous. The clubs that consider the Nico Williams so far are several clubs, because, for example, we said about the appreciation of Barcelona. Barca love Nico Williams, that's for sure, but before saying that Barca will be able to make it happen, it will depend on financial fair play. In England, Chelsea had Nico Williams in their list last summer. Cole Palmer was the priority target, but in that list there was also Nico Williams. So Chelsea have always been tracking and monitoring the situation of Nico. Arsenal and Liverpool are two more clubs who have always been around Nico Williams in terms of being informed on the situation, the clause, and the cost of the deal for Nico Williams. So these two clubs have also asked for information in the recent months. It's not yesterday or today because the player is doing well at the Euros. This is something in the recent months. So Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea already last summer, because he was in the list, then they go for Cole Palmer. And let me say that I'm told among these clubs who asked information for Nico Williams in the recent months, there was also Bayern. Also, Bayern around March, April, when they changed the structure of their board, they asked for information on Nico Williams. At the moment, there is still nothing advanced, but many clubs could be in the race for Nico. So let's keep it open with the strong interest of Barcelona, depending on financial fair play, but also with many clubs in England really well informed of the situation of Nico Williams. So could be a really interesting one in the next weeks. Now, obviously, full focus on the Euros, but we will keep close eye to this story. Šeško next 2 years. My friend, I think it could be next year, summer 25. There could be a move for Benjamin Šeško based on what's going to happen. At the moment, obviously, nothing is happening because he extended his contract and he's staying at the club. Then, let me take the final questions, guys, and we will be together on this. So, let me see. Okay, here I am. Is Emerson Royal going to Flamengo? Remember also Milan interest for Emerson Royal. I see him leaving Tottenham this summer. Definitely, it's a strong possibility depending on the proposals. Marc Guiu is an interesting opportunity because Marc Guiu at the moment has a contract with a crazy release clause with Barcelona, 6 million euros. So many clubs, Sevilla, Chelsea, Bayern, all these clubs called to be informed on Marc Guiu. But at the moment, we have to respect also Barcelona because Barcelona are in contract talks with Marc Guiu to keep him at the club. So also Marc Guiu could be one to watch, but they are still keeping this possibility of extending the contract with Barcelona. So remains really open situation, the one of Marc Guiu. Still no update on Calafiori. Guys, see you later. See you later because might be tonight, might be tomorrow. I will keep you posted for all the latest. We will do more streams, but many things are happening. Tonight we updated you. Remember that the Here We Go is for Borussia Dortmund signing Anton from Stuttgart by triggering the release clause. It will be formally triggered in the next days. I see a question on Guirassy to Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund are the big favorites. It's not a done deal yet, but Dortmund are the big favorites. Now, guys, is time to say thanks to all of you. See you later again. Might be today, might be tomorrow, but we will be together again here on Playback. Download the app, turn on the notifications to be always informed